Hi there, so where am I today? I'm at Hawkesbury Junction, which is where the Oxford Canal, which is that one, joins the Coventry Canal, which is that one. And I'm going to paddle into Coventry, which is that way, Coventry Basin. It's about 5.5 miles, something like that. So I'm going to paddle in there, paddle out again. It's a piece of canal that I haven't done so far, so quite looking forward to it. I don't really normally do urban canals, so that'll be good, going right into the middle of Coventry. Anyway, I'm all pumped up. Let's go. So this is about 5.5 miles in. I reckon that'll take me about an hour and a half, something like that. Yeah, it's a lovely day. There's no wind at all, which is brilliant. I'm quite looking forward to it. Yeah, I love that. On it. Not for years. So, as I said, this is the Coventry Canal. It was built in 1789, primarily, like all other canals in the country, primarily originally for coal, to move coal around. But you know, coming right from the centre of Coventry and going all the way out, because this goes all the way up to north of Birmingham and joins up with the Trent and Mersey, the Trent and Mersey Canal. So it could sort of move stuff all over the place. But because it's got the Basin right in the centre of Coventry, obviously there was lots of other freight and goods coming out that way. It was ideal. On it. So I'm just coming up to the M6 now, going under the M6, going south. Noisy bugger that it is. Morning there. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad,
yeah, good. It always makes me laugh. I travel the M6 a lot because I live not far from here. I've never paddled this piece of canal, but it always makes me laugh that all those trucks and people going on their commute are travelling over this and places like this, and it's just wonderful. And they just, you know, they're not seeing it, they probably don't even know about it. I've travelled on urban canals before, on the Oxford, for instance, not far from here, where it goes through quite an urbanised area, and seen kingfishers, and there's all sorts of wildlife like those ducks. And people just don't see this stuff, you know. They're so busy with their lives, and I get that. But it's nice just to sit back and relax sometimes and paddle a bit. So I'm at bridge number 10. All the structures on the canals have got a number. So that's bridge number 10, and 0 starts at the Basin, so this is kind of a countdown for me today, which will be lovely. It's a nice bridge, isn't it? So that'll be lovely, counting down. Now, one of the things that canals suffered from terribly was lack of water, because it's not a natural water course. It needed to be fed from places, so they built big reservoirs to feed them, and they fed them from local streams and all sorts of things. But it was always a constant battle with keeping the water in them. Obviously some of them are a little bit leaky, up and down hills that's moving around with locks and things. But the great thing about this part of the Coventry Canal was there's quite a few mines around here, and mines suffer terribly by having too much water in them, the coal mines, so they had to pump the water out of the coal mines. And at Hawkesbury Junction, where I got on, there's a pumping station, and that pumped the coal mine water out straight into the canal. So it emptied the coal mine and it filled up the canal, and the canal carried all the coal from the mine. So it's ideal, really. I've just passed my first shopping trolley of the day. I expect there'll be more. I need to watch out for those, because if I catch my fin on it, I'm off. So I've just passed the Coventry Marina. You couldn't see it for the bushes actually, you can just about see it back there. I was quite surprised, I thought I'd get a better view than that. And now I'm going past a big shopping centre that's next to Coventry Arena. It used to be called the Rico Stadium, everybody around here still calls it the Rico Stadium, I think. I think it's owned by a building society now. This looks like it was an old wharf at one time, all long forgotten. Lovely. That's all right, mate, I'll go round you. I'm good. You all right there? So I started out at 7, just before 7. It's 7:45 now, so I'm probably about halfway there, and the city's starting to come alive. I quite like that. I like when you're paddling along early in the morning and everything starts to come alive. Spring Road Bridge 6A. Now the A means when the canal was built, this bridge wasn't here. They don't number them. They don't, you know, change all the numbers every time they build a new bridge. They just call it A, B, C. They did that with all the railway bridges, for instance, because the canals were built before the railways. So when you get a railway going over it, it's the number, then A or B. Lots of graffiti. Morning here. Morning, all right. That's
Yeah.
Hard work, that does. It is. Apparently it keeps you fit, so they say. Yeah, you too. Do you know, everyone I've passed so far has had a smile, they've had a chat. That's quite nice, I think. Don't you? You know, I find Coventry quite a friendly place. The Midlands quite a friendly place in general, really. When I'm from London, nobody really talks to anybody down there. just outside London, but worked in London for years. It's lovely. The Signal Box pub, that's because there's a road goes right through Coventry that used to be a railway, and at one of the roundabouts there's a great big pub where the Signal Box used to be. This is Navigation Bridge, number 6. Now I'll tell you what, looking at this bit, you would never know you're in the centre of Coventry, would you? Aye. All that bamboo. Crazy stuff, bamboo. Bates timber. I'm pretty sure I've passed that on the road. Heath Crescent Bridge, 1996. So this is a new one, 5B. I quite like that a lot of them have got signs on to tell you where you are. That's quite good. I'll be able to look that up. This is nice with the lights, isn't it? That's lovely. And now it's raining. Never mind, I didn't come today for the weather. It's another old wharf. Oh, I've seen that one before, that boat. Iron Man. I think that used to be at Brinklow. So that's another old wharf. Looks lovely, doesn't it? It's a basin. It's lovely. Now that's interesting. That's another loading wharf, because that's the old cranes for it. Now it's interesting, I expected to see a lot more rubbish than I've seen. You know, you'd expect it when you're going into the centre of a city like Coventry. You'd kind of expect to see heaps of it floating around, but actually I haven't really seen very much at all. I mean, you get, you know, obviously you get the odd bottle and stuff floating around and a bit of plastic, but I haven't seen very much at all. Which is great. Pigeons, lots of pigeons. Ah, that's why. They put that up there to stop the pigeons, and now they're nesting on it. Haha, clever pigeons. Some of these murals are really lovely, actually. I guess a lot of the time they're putting it there just to sort of stop the graffiti, so you've covered up a blank page, if you like. But yeah, some of it's really nice. I like some of these structures are good too. Bridge number 3. Can't have far to go. Good morning. What did that used to say? Generator. That used to say on that wall. I'm guessing that was electricity generation. Old power station. And here we are, Coventry Basin. Let's have a look at this. I bet this area's changed a bit since it was built. Bridge number 1. How cool is that? I love all these old wharves. Well, it's got some nice places here. James Brindley, he's the man that built it. Good man that he is, or was. James Brindley, 1716, 1772. So there you go, all the way from Hawkesbury through to Coventry Basin. Really pleased with it actually. It's a lovely bit of canal, really enjoyed it. Thanks James Brindley. Like, subscribe, stay tuned, happy paddling.